Hello people who cannot sit at home, thank you so much for joining me. So this video is about my books, but I also want to tell you what's in the book, but I also want this video to be full of information. I'm gonna give you tips, I'm gonna give you cool locations that I haven't talked about in a while. The books for me are just a fun way to make, of course, extra income, but also kind of spread what I know and where I've been. I'm a professional graphic designer by trade, and hence why it's fairly, I wouldn't say easy. Each book takes me about 2 months to complete, but it's a lot of fun for me. So all of these books are on Amazon. The system is called KDP, which stands for Kindle Digital Publishing, which is just Amazon's way of making books, printing out books. So I upload the file, but then they print the books. So basically it doesn't actually go through me. I just do the creative. All of the links for all of the books are going to be down below. Let's start. So first one, this only came out very recently. This came out in May of 2023. This is Weekend Getaways. And I love my moose and sunglasses over here. So this is all about weekends. So the first 11 trips are the weekend getaways. So they're from 2 days to 4 days long. But there's also 20 one-stop locations. So these are fairly short, one location, very interesting, but there's also suggestions what's on the way, so you can definitely go more than just one location. But the point is, it's just a day trip, you know, getting everybody together, going there, checking it out, and heading back home to sleep. And there are also 11 games. Those are just fun games, such as word search, musical trivia, things like that, to just keep you a little more entertained while you're in the car and, you know, just something to do. There is a whole 3-day itinerary for Tobermory and Bruce Peninsula area in this journal. And over the 3 days, you're gonna stop in 17 spots. My tip for you, if you're just going there on your own, is of course getting to the town of Tobermory. They have amazing boats in there. It's something that I did as a kid really long time ago, but I enjoyed it so much, going all the way to the Flower Pot Islands. We took the Wave Adventure Tours, which ended up being 3 hours long. They took us everywhere. It was open air, so it was really cool, but it was a little chilly. That's the only thing that you gotta watch out. They also have closed boat tours. Those are called Bruce Anchor Cruises, and the benefit of those tours is that it's not chilly, and they also have glass floors. Another amazing location is Sauble Beach. In there, of course, gorgeous beach, so definitely spend time there. But another place that we were amazed with was the Heydays. This is the restaurant on the property of June Motel. You don't need to stay at the June Motel. We just walked in, and it was good food, a really nice service, and the vibes were just, you know, kind of LA, really beautiful, really well designed. Another amazing location we're visiting in this book is Dorset Lookout Tower over here. This was actually closed for most of the COVID. It was really exciting when it finally opened. I think the entry was around $11. You go in and you climb up. And the view is absolutely breathtaking. It's not for the ones who are afraid of heights, but if you're cool with heights, highly recommend. It's an amazing climb. Another absolutely amazing location that we go in this journal is Sarnia. It's a 2-day trip. So much fun. I highly recommend for you to go to Sarnia in the summer. For me personally, it's the water, the turquoise water in there. They have Canatara Beach, which is absolutely amazing beach. It was free to enter, lots of space. This gorgeous winery is called Shale Winery. It's kind of sorta on the way to Sarnia. Highly recommend. Instead of chairs, they have swings. It's so romantic, and the food and drinks are excellent. So the second book, which actually was the very first book that I ever published, it's my baby. So this is the original road trip journal. This one is for the summertime. Sorry, I didn't mention before, the book before was for spring and summer getaways. It's okay in the fall too, but in the winter it's gonna be very hard to do because a lot of things just closed. So this one is the summer, spring, summer, and it is day trips only. So this is not the weekend, this is just day trips. There are 12 full itineraries for different road trips. And each of those road trips has at least like 4 to 5 to 6 stops in a day. So this book also has 28 one location stops, same as the other book, and 12 fun road games. There are tons of cool places in this book. One of them is this Jumbo the Elephant. This is located in St. Thomas, Ontario, which is about 2 hours west of Toronto. And it's also together with this St. Thomas elevated bridge. Now, both of these things are not really well known, but they're very close to each other. And the elevated bridge is amazing because it's literally an old bridge that's now an art installation. And each of these items, they're sort of about sound because there's so much wind that there is an interesting amount of sound. So definitely check it out this summer. Another amazing place and a true gem, it's also in this book, but you can just go there as is Whistling Gardens. This has the largest peony collection in Ontario. So right now, because right now is the spring, I would highly suggest going there. It's absolutely beautiful. But they also have the most amazing succulent garden with like flowering cacti. And in the fall time, they have the most beautiful lilies. And just look at this almost Italian kind of villa look. You can definitely take some gorgeous photos. And the resident dog that's usually at the counter is hilarious. Another absolutely amazing must-visit place is Morland Place. This is actually free to enter. It is in Owen Sound, so it is a bit of a drive, but I think this is one of those gems that nobody knows about, and it's amazing. You go in, you park, parking is free, and you explore. The only thing about this place is that you gotta watch out because the area is huge. You need to make sure not to get lost because there's so much to explore. There's Greek sculptures all intertwined in the most gorgeous greenery. It's absolutely breathtaking. The owner is also oftentimes in the area, so you can probably meet and greet with him. The house he lives in is this one over here. It is also beautiful. You cannot go inside, but it is gorgeous. And one more absolutely amazing location we go in this book is the Park Omega. Now this one is theoretically in Quebec, I know, but it's just so unique that I had to talk about it. You can go in the summertime, you can go over here, we're in the wintertime, and purchase carrots before in advance. And also you do need to book the visit because you drive through it. This is a safari, you do need to pre-book your visit time. And once you're there, all of these cool animals, there's deer, there's elk, oh my gosh, there's so many of them. They come up to you and they eat carrots off of your hand. It's absolutely experience of a lifetime. You have to do it. So the third book, this is the only book that I have for fall and winter. This is perfect when it comes to fall and winter because a lot of stuff in the winter, of course, either closes down or maybe not as fun. So I wanted to really, I thought about it and I was like, where do I go in the cold months? So there are a number of things in here. The system of it is a bit different. So there are 12 fully planned day trips. So it's the same, it's a day trip with about 4 to 7 stops. Then we have the whole 36 of one location trips. There are even 20 unique food stops. Of course, in the winter time, I don't know about you, but tend to eat more, tend to check out more places. So there are cool places over here. And again, 10 fun road trip games. And also what this book is kind of cool for is that it has a bunch of kind of fall experiences, you know, the whole pumpkin farm thing. And it has a whole fully planned loop of Christmas lights that are just free. You just go in and check them out. They're really cool. Okay, so Cheese Trail is also mentioned in this book. It is a fairly well-known thing to do in Eastern Ontario. It is sort of where Woodstock town is, and there's a number of amazing cheese makers that you can visit. Specifically over here, I believe we're at Gunn Hill, and you can also ask them to sample some cheeses, and they give you a bunch of cheeses. Five Brothers was an amazing cheese. Another excellent cheese place is called Mountain Oak Cheese. As I understand, they actually have tours, so check them online, check for their schedule. And if you notice, the cheese trip you can do when it's bad weather, when it's snowing. Over here is another trip that you can do when it's bad weather because this is inside. This greenhouse is called Chingwakusi Park Greenhouses. This is located in Brampton, and I'm gonna link down all of the locations below. And it's an amazing place, free to enter. You enjoy beautiful succulents. I loved how they present the succulents. It's all very artsy and beautiful. The next place is from the section of the amazing food places. This is called After Queen Tea Shop. It is located in Thornhill. You do need to pre-book, but it is an afternoon tea. Everything in there is beautiful and vintage. I'm an absolute sucker for anything vintage, and they have done such an amazing job. The teas in there are also great. They give you a bunch of selections. There's a quiche and salad, and then the tower with a number of pastries. All of the pastries were very fresh. Highly recommend this place. And as I mentioned, there's a trail, holiday trail. So this is Wild Cherry Lane in Thornhill. These guys do not actually do this every single year, as I found out this year, but I think they do it every other year. It is absolutely breathtaking. It's about 9 houses getting together and creating this light show absolutely for free. There's also a radio that you can tune in, and the music is together with the lights. Outstanding. And that trip also has 6 other stops, so if one is not working, there's a bunch of other ones that you can check out. And the last book that I want to talk to you about, this has a special place in my heart. So before going into design, I did about 8 years of art school, and then I actually taught art part-time for about 7 years. And I love art, I love anything to do with it, and this book is about doing art. You don't need to do it on a road trip. It's kind of for the road trip, because that's what I do road trips. You can do this at home, it doesn't need to be a road trip. It has 20 art time sketching challenges, which are kind of funky way of like complete the drawing type of thing, and it has 20 run wild in the flow exercises. It's kind of like filling elements with your own design, things like that. And the last section is 20 frame it section. What that means is it has a base or like a headline or like a quote, and you can just add your own art to it and then frame it. So here are all of my babies. Definitely let me know what you think. If you have any feedback, love feedback, because I'm also kind of growing and developing. And I hope you just enjoy the road trips. I hope you do them. And also most of these books do have a digital format. If you just want a PDF, it's kind of like a simple download PDF, but the book is just something you can throw in the car, and it's your kind of companion for all of the road trips that you do. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope some of these tips were also useful. Please subscribe, like, and share if you enjoy my videos. Tons more content to come, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, bye.